Hi folks, I'm Ian Baker, the product specialist with Camping World, and today we're going over the 2018 Avalon 26BHS. This is a nice family camper. You have the double bunks in the back and a super slide here, really opening up the main living space. Let's start off on the kitchen. One of the things I like about the kitchen is the fact they gave you prep space right here. Far too often in this floor plan, they shrink this down, you don't have any space, and if you don't have sink top covers or cooktop covers, you don't have any working surface, but that's not the case here because they did give you this. You'll also notice you have two electrical outlets here, so if you need to plug in a coffee maker, you can certainly do that, blender, maybe you have an electric griddle or something, you can plug that in as well. Double bowl sink here, larger on the left, smaller on the right, with the high-rise faucet, makes it a little bit easier to wash and rinse dishes. You have a window here to let in natural light during the day, and an LED light to give you light at night. If we move over a tiny bit, you see the 3-burner cooktop right here. The front one is high output. And then when we drop this door down, you see that's the oven. That way, if you want to do some baking while you're camping, you can. And folks, no kitchen in an RV or at home is complete without drawers. You have to have drawers to make it a functional kitchen. They gave you that here. You have 3 drawers, so that way you have one for your silverware, another one for some of your bigger utensils, and a third one for whatever else you want to put in there. Right underneath here, I would personally use this for pots and pans, but if you want to put cleaning chemicals and stuff in there, you can certainly do that too. That is a good storage area. And you'll also see right up front here, as soon as you walk in, you have storage right there as well. So if you want to throw shoes in there, you can do that. Again, if you want to put, maybe some pots and pans in there, that's where maybe you want to store your toaster, blender, things like that. You can do that too. If we take a look right up top here, this is the main pantry in the kitchen space. This is actually a bigger storage space than most RVs with this floor plan. So you'll see they put the shelf in here as a divider, which is great. And personally, I'd probably put my plates, cups, things like that up here. But again, whatever you want to put up there is fine. But that is a nice big storage spot. Over to, next to that, you have your microwave, stainless steel appliances kind of throughout here. Directly underneath is your hood with both a light and fan. And the light on here is LED, which is great because it doesn't use near the power. And a lot of hoods just have the standard incandescent. So having that LED light is nice, especially if you forget to turn it off. Moving over a little bit further, you get into the Norcold fridge freezer combo. We open this guy up. You see there's lots of space in there for you. Norcold is built right here in the US. This unit does run off both propane and electric and also has automatic switchover. You'll also see the thermostat is right here outside. I like that because it's really simple to adjust. And then next to that, right here, you can use this for a couple different things. If you need additional pantry space, you can use it for that. Personally though, I'd probably use it for the kids' clothes. Speaking of the kids, right in the back, you have your 2 bunks here. Teddy Bear Bunk Series. They're wider than your standard bunk, so if you have 2 smaller kids, want to sleep 2 kids per bunk, you can do that. You'll also notice one of my favorite parts about it, not only is there an LED light on the top and bottom bunk, but you also have electrical outlets on both the top and bottom bunk. Now folks, I know we go camping to get away from electronics, but on a rainy day, having the kids be able to sit in their bunks and play on a tablet or phone, whatever they may have, can be a lifesaver. It can prevent you from pulling all your hair out or going gray early. When we take a look in the back here into the bathroom, you see the foot flush lever toilet right there. You'll also see your toilet paper holders installed on the back of the door, so it is nice and easy to get to, which is nice. Directly next to that is the shower. You'll see a decent sized shower there. You have a hand wand as well as a skylight up top, which not only lets in some natural light, but it also gives you some additional headroom. It's also your vent fan, so it really helps get the moisture out of the bathroom after a shower. Over next to that, you see you have a mirror here. Underneath is an electrical outlet with your sink top there. Nice big countertop space. You'll see all that the extension right there. So if you have like a hair dryer or a curling iron you need to set there, you can do that. And some storage underneath that as well. When we take a step back out, we come back into the main living space, and this right here is the super slide. So you have your standard dinette right here. Excuse me. This one does have your 2 legs. It will drop down into a bed as well. You simply remove these legs here from the flange in the floor, as well as the flange in the table. The table itself will then sit along the rails here underneath. You'll take the 2 back cushions, put them on top. That will create your bed. Now granted, it's not a huge sleeping area, but if you have smaller kids that are staying, it does at least give you that extra bed. You see a couple windows here to let in natural light, as well as some LED lights there. Jackknife sofa right over here. The nice thing about a jackknife, the big advantage to a jackknife sofa, is all of the storage you get underneath. So it's a great storage area, especially for some larger items like extra bedding, or maybe you want to bring a guitar with you or something. You can set it right underneath the sofa. Also, you have this center armrest that drops down. That's kind of cool too. You have some cup holders in there for your beverages. And then right here in the center is your entertainment area. So you'll see your TV will mount right here. They did put a backer there, so that way it can mount and be nice and secure. Of course, your connections for it there. And then your multimedia center right here. You'll see these cables, plug it right into the back. This unit is a radio. It's also a DVD player. You drop it down, you can see where the DVD slides in right there. Plug it into the back of the TV, and you are good to go. This unit does control the speakers in here, as well as the ones outside, and it is Bluetooth capable. We take a look right underneath. You see some additional storage there. And then you have more storage right here up top. The tinted glass instead of the wood. I think that's a good choice. Just helps break up the look a little bit. As we walk into the bedroom here, you'll see the queen bed right here in the center. This is an RV queen, so it's 60 by 74 inches. And on both sides, you have nightstand space there with electrical outlets. That's cool because that way you can charge your electronic devices or plug in a CPAP on either side of the bed. Right up above that, you have a wardrobe on both sides, so plenty of space to hang clothes. And then you have the shelf going across, connecting the two with an LED reading light right underneath. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a look at some outside features on the Avalon 26BHS. Starting right up front here, you get a powered tongue jack. Folks, this makes it nice and easy to hook up and disconnect from your tow vehicle. Rather than having to wear out your arm cranking the tongue up and down, you simply touch a switch here and it will do the rest for you. You also see there's an LED light right here on front in case you are hooking up or disconnecting at night. Right behind that, you have two 20-pound propane tanks here, and then behind that still is your rails for your battery. Coming up the front, you have the black diamond plating, which helps protect the front end from some of the rocks and debris that get thrown up by your tow vehicle. And when we step around to the side here, take a look at this. This unit does have solar prep. So if you're looking to do some boondocking, a lot of camping where you don't have shore power, having that solar can be really nice, especially with all LED lights inside. All you have to do is buy the portable panels, plug it in, and it will trickle charge your battery. When we open up the pass-through, you'll see it is magnetic, so it just sticks up nice and easy. I really like having magnetic pass-through doors, especially when you have kids, because far too often they'll come and just slam the door shut. And if you have little plastic clips on there, they tend to break. So having the magnet is definitely a nice extra feature. When we take a look in the pass-through, you'll see it is quite open. You have a big door on both sides here, which is great. So if you have some larger items like executive chairs, grills, things like that, you can fit them on either side of that pass-through. So we take a look at the side, you'll notice the large power awning. Just touch a button to have that roll out, same thing to have it go right back in. And it has a really easy adjustable pitch. You'll see this bar right here, you'll have that on both sides. You can just pull it just like so, and you can see how it nice and easily adjusts that awning pitch. The neat thing about this is you can roll this up and it will correct itself, so you don't have to fix it, you can leave it just like it is. You'll also notice right here on the camper you have an LED light strip all the way underneath that awning. If you want to get up on a ladder and hang up your Christmas lights or your hot chili peppers or whatever you may have, by all means you can, but having that LED light is super convenient. Just flip a switch and you have your campsite all lit up. Getting into the 26BHS is pretty simple. You'll see you have 3 foldable steps here. The last one is nice and low, so if you have bad knees, you don't have to worry about jumping up into this thing. It's pretty easy to get into. And then you have the grab handle here to aid you as well. Right over here is your fresh water fill. So again, if you're going somewhere where you don't have water hookup, you'll want to make sure to fill your fresh water tank. That one is gravity fill. And then right over here, you have your double electrical outlet. So if you need a place to plug anything in while you're outside, that will be your spot right there. The tires here are nitrogen filled, so hopefully they'll hold that tire pressure for a longer period of time. And they're also easy lube axles, which are great on the maintenance side. Instead of having to constantly repack your bearings, there's actually a grease zert that you can pump some grease into. As we take a look at the back here, you'll see your square tubular bumper with the end caps. It makes a great storage spot for your sewer hose. Simply pop off the end cap, slide it in there. That way it's not rolling around with all your stuff in the pass-through. And then mounted on that is your spare tire. Hopefully you never have to use this, but in the event that you do, it's a great peace of mind knowing it's riding right back here, and it's very easy to access. When we come around to the off-door side, you'll notice a couple things. You have a 30 amp detachable power cord here. Your cable and satellite inlet will be right there. City water, if you do have city water, that's where it'll go. And then your outside shower with both hot and cold water access right there. If you take a quick look underneath here, you will see your termination and both your gray and black valves. All right, folks, that wraps it up. Again, this is a 2018 Avalon 26BHS. If you're interested in this travel trailer and you'd like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description below. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.